August. I mean, up in Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. That's all we were hearing. Oh, their backroom deals being cut right now. They're trying to negotiate, a reduced punishment for Tom Brady that might only be 2 games or even less than that, but with a significant fine. That's all we were hearing, right? And I try to keep my ear close to the ground so that I can educate y'all and enlighten y'all and let y'all know what's going on. But I was hearing the same thing y'all were hearing. But then the news breaks yesterday that, Tom Brady is going to have to deal with this 4-game suspension. So, of course, he's going to fight it. Of course he is. He is. Now, here's my thing. My boy Big Mike, and shouts out to Big Mike, wherever you are, boy. Shouts out to you. Mike has this thing, LIG, that he got me to subscribe to. No, it's not a magazine. No, it's not like Netflix. No, it's not an app. No, LIG, let it go. And that's what I'm asking. And I know he's not listening, Tom Brady, but in his legal, but this is what I'm asking. Right? Let it go. Let it go. You can't be right all the time. You can't be right all the time. And you can't always expect somebody to give you a pass every single time. Here's a situation where Tom Brady allegedly destroyed his cell phone, right? The cell phone that he had been using during the months that the investigation covered, which I think was October to February or November to February. He has the phone, and of course, the investigators, they want the records. They want to see the phone. They want to know if he's been in communication with the 2 guys that got in trouble for deflating the balls, right? The whole scandal. Let us see the phone, Tom. And what does he do? He destroys the phone, or allegedly destroys the phone. Is that a proof? Is that a nod at guilt? I mean, fellas, all right, let's do it like this. I tweeted out earlier to the ladies, like, if you ask your guy for his cell phone and instead of giving it to you, he destroys it, what does that mean? I'm just saying. What does it mean if you would go through the lengths, and I don't know if he took a hammer and broke it or what. But when you say destroyed, that means that you broke the phone, in my opinion. Now, if you say he deleted the contents on the phone, he restored his phone to the factory settings, and everything was swiped off the phone, okay, that's another story. So now, here's a situation where all of this could have been rectified by now, right? And I get it. Tom Brady didn't want to give up his phone. And from what I understand, the NFL doesn't have subpoena power over players' phones. And so if that is the case, then, he didn't have, but again, this wasn't just the NFL. This wasn't the NFL asking. These were the investigators asking. It wasn't like Roger Goodell said, give me your phone. So anyway, now we have a situation where Tom Brady looks like he's guilty because he destroyed the phone instead of surrendering the phone and letting them check the phone. Now, they did say that his attorneys did say that they offered to give them the records where you could see who the numbers, the exact numbers he had been calling, or the numbers that he'd been texting. But of course, if you have cell phone service, which all of you do, I know, If you go on, AT&T is what I have. You go on, you click on one of the options, you can see the numbers you've been texting. You can't see the messages, and you can see the numbers you've been calling. But I don't think that was good enough. And Coop in the chat room saying that Brady just didn't want the NFL to see the nudies of Giselle. Maybe it might have been nudies of Gronk. I'm just saying, man. Something's not right about that situation. And so now if because they're talking about they're going to take it to federal court. And here's a situation where I just don't feel like Tom Brady can win now. You take this thing to federal court. The federal courts are going to want, they're going to want the same exact thing. They're going to want to know, well, if this is all they were asking, why did you go through the lengths of destroying the phone? Why did you go through those lengths? And so Tom Brady took to Facebook, and I'm going to read those comments coming up in just a second. But I want to make sure, because today, Robert Kraft made a surprise visit to the press conference, to Bill Belichick's press conference today, where he discussed the current situation going on with Tom Brady and the decision to uphold the 4-game I can't even say it, suspension.
I need to apologize to our fans because I truly believe what I did in May would make it much easier for the league to exonerate Tom Brady. I will never understand why an initial erroneous report regarding the PSI level of footballs was leaked by a source from the NFL, was never corrected by those who had the correct information.
Well, what was the correct information? I mean, come on, man. Look, here's the deal. And you heard him. You heard Robert Kraft say himself that, look, dude, you can't always think that a friendship is going to be good enough. This man has a job to do. And it's like Roger Goodell has egg on his face, period. Like, period. Other than a few of the open and shut cases that he's had, like Mike Vick. Open and shut. No questions asked. But other than that, look, as a commissioner, this dude is a failure right now. If he was getting a grade, he would get an F. And again, just because you agree, because here's the deal. Even if you hadn't agreed to lose those draft picks and that $1 million fine, guess what was going to happen? You could have appealed it, and they were going to uphold that as well. So maybe you should have fought it. Because again, if I'm sitting at a table with Coop, and me and Coop are making some kind of deal where he's telling me like, hey, you gotta get a league $1 million, and you gotta lose 2 draft picks, all because of this Deflategate situation. Right? And he's telling me that. And I'm like, but what does that mean for Tom? And then Coop said, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Then I'm like, oh, hell no, what? We'll get to that. Oh, man, oh, no. Because Robert Kraft never said that Roger Goodell told him that Tom Brady's suspension would be reduced or anything like that. He said he believed that it would be. He believed. I believe in a lot of stuff too, but that don't always mean it come true. And at the end of the day, you know what? I'm more than sure, because I saw a quote what Jerry Jones was saluting Roger Goodell for upholding the 4-game suspension. And I'm more than sure that There are owners throughout the league that feel the same way. Because, I mean, how many times as a franchise can you get away with stuff? I mean, seriously. I mean, okay, let's just think like this. And this whole analogy just popped in my mind. That's why it sounds like I'm going backwards at this point. All right, so Tom Brady, he's a pretty smart guy, right? I'd like to think so. Destroys his phone. So that's like tampering with evidence, destroying evidence or whatever. How did that work out for his boy? Hernandez. How did it work out for him? Didn't work out too well for him either, did it? Now, I ain't say Brady killed somebody, but I'm just saying. You're a smart guy. But obviously, you're kind of stupid at the same time. Obviously, you are. You're not as bright as I would like to think. I'll just break the phone. I'll just break it. Yeah, I'll just break it. It'll go away. Everything will go away if I just break it. Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy. And so, as I mentioned, and we got a few minutes before we go to break here, Brady released some statements via Facebook. Yeah, because that's where the real gangsters go. They go to Facebook. And here he is. I am very disappointed by the NFL's decision to uphold the 4-game suspension against me. I did nothing wrong, and no one in the Patriots organization did either. All right. Despite submitting to hours of testimony over the past 6 months, it is disappointing that the commissioner upheld my suspension based upon a standard that was probable that I was generally aware of misconduct. The fact is that neither I nor any equipment person did anything of which we have been accused. He dismissed my hours of testimony, and it was disappointing that he found it unreliable. Well, buddy, sounds like you've been drinking your own Kool-Aid. Sounds like Robert Kraft's been giving you some Kool-Aid, or maybe Belichick's been giving you some of that Kool-Aid where, come on, man. No one in the Patriots organization did anything wrong. Okay, now why are those two guys not working right now? Why did they get suspended immediately? Explain that to me. He also goes on to say, I also disagree with yesterday's narrative surrounding my cell phone. I replaced my broken Samsung phone with a new iPhone 6. Yes, I wish I had me an iPhone. After my attorneys made it clear to the NFL that my actual phone device would not be subjected to an investigation under any circumstances. As a member of a union, I was under no obligation to set a new precedent going forward, nor was I made aware at any time during Mr. Wells' investigation that failing to subject my cell phone to the investigation will result in any discipline. So you broke it. Oh, well, he ain't say I want to go get in trouble. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just break it. Most importantly, I have never written, text, emailed to anyone at any time anything related to football air pressure before this issue was raised at the AFC Championship game in January. To suggest that I destroyed a phone to avoid giving the NFL information it requested is completely wrong. Smell that? Smell that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That ain't Randy Moss smoking weed back in 07. Smell that? Yeah. That's that Patriot BS right there, man. Yeah. I smell it through the microphone. All right. So coming up on the other side, oh man, I just don't know what to say about Brady and the bunch. I really just don't know what to say about him. But anyway, coming up on the other side, yes, Coop, my least favorite team, probably is the Patriots. It probably is. Yes. Why couldn't Pete Carroll just ran the ball into the end zone? Yes. That would have been